Is being held at the Shakahola Forest Mortuary. Families of the identified 34 bodies from Shakahola Sub-County Hospital headquarters, government doctor and surgeon Johansen Odor stated that the process will be preceded by counseling sessions with the families before releasing the bodies to their respective families.
So far, the government chemists have identified a total of 34 bodies which have been linked to relatives. And we are going to start releasing the bodies from next week on 26th. The process include logistics, which we are currently undertaking this week, which is organizing for counselors who will counsel these people and also contacting the relatives who will come here for the purpose of taking their loved ones. So we've done that, we've contacted them, and the first batch will be arriving on 26th. What will happen is the relative will come, and they'll have to come with a letter from the chief so that we can be able to identify these persons as the real relatives to these victims. Secondly, they'll have to come with the person who donated the DNA, because this is a person who was directly linked to the.
Now, the Kenya Primary School Teachers Union has given the Ministry of Education 7 days to disburse school fees to learning institutions, or else it will instruct head teachers to send students back home. The union argues that schools are unable to carry out laboratory activities, sports and other activities due to lack of funds, claiming that the funds provided are less than 30%. Kopet also strongly opposes the idea of reducing the amount paid by the government per student, urging the government to invest in the education funds it withheld into the education sector.
That only President Ruto can avert further damage. For that reason, we appeal directly to the President to stop the hemorrhage in the education budget. Our clarion call, and from our mother union, Education International,
wapatia Ministry of Education siku 7 wao wametuma pesa zote katika mashule zetu. Lasi hivyo tuambie walimu wafunge shule, watoto waende nyumbani mpaka ile siku pesa zitakuwa.
The National Assembly's Health Committee has allocated approximately 1 billion Kenyan shillings to the Teaching Referral and Research Hospital of Kenyatta University to enable the facility to improve its infrastructure. The board chairperson, Professor Olive Mugenda, stated that some of these machines are urgently needed to reduce the waiting time for the increasing number of cancer patients. Mugenda also informed the committee about the need for a next-generation gene sequencing machine to reduce the cost of transporting samples to South Africa.
To encourage people to let's have discussions on how we can coexist. This hospital as a saga and the university as an institution. You also have CDC here, you have WHO which are here. So we look at how this family can exist and work in a harmonious way.
Even though this land, actually, this hospital is built on KU land, because the idea came up when we were in KU. We requested, and the members of parliament said they will consider that we get the lease for where the hospital is.
Now, Kenyatta University has suspended classes for 3 days to allow for mourning following the deaths of students in a road accident on Monday night. In a statement, the university's deputy vice-chancellor announced that academic activities would be suspended from the 20th to the 24th of this month. This comes as injured students from the accident were airlifted to Nairobi for specialized treatment. On Monday night, a Kenyatta University bus collided with a lorry in Maungu, Voi, Taita Taveta County as the students were heading to Mombasa for a study tour, resulting in the death of 11 students and several others being injured.
Of course, from tomorrow, all classes have been cancelled to give room for the students to mourn and to console with those who have lost their loved ones. And losing a comrade is like losing so many lives. I want to urge you to remain calm and keep us in prayers and continue standing with those who have lost their loved ones.
Kitisha sana na ni jambo ambalo linishtua kama kiongozi mdogo wa vijana. Ni jambo baya zaidi kumpoteza kijana mdogo. Tuseme ni vibaya kupoteza mtu mkubwa, lakini ni jambo hata baya zaidi kumpoteza kijana wadogo ama vijana wadogo ambao ni tegemeo wa jamii. Kwa hivyo niliweza kushangazwa na kuhuzunika hata zaidi, kwa sababu wale vijana walikuwa na nia na malengo makubwa katika maisha yao ya baadaye, hata kusaidia wale ambao ni wazazi wao. Ningeweza kuambia familia zao kwamba wakati huu mgumu tunawaweka mikononi mwa Mungu, tunaweza kuwaweka katika maombi, tuweze kuombea wote, kwa sababu hili ni jambo gumu la kulipitia, na tuweze kuwafika karibu, tuwasaidie kwa njia yote ile ambao watakuwa wanataka. Yangu ambalo ningeweza kuomba kama kiongozi wa vijana ni kwamba wale madereva wetu waweze kuwa makini na waweze kuwa waangalifu, haswa katika msimu huu ambao tumeweza kuandikiza vile visa vya ajali ambavyo ni vingi. Kwa hivyo tunaomba madereva wetu, hata serikali inapoendelea kufanya na kuweka ile mikakati yao, madereva wetu nao pia waweze kuwa waangalifu kwa zaidi, kwa sababu tunapoteza watu wengi na ni jambo ambalo linahuzunisha sana.
Now, Kisii County Governor Simba Arati has appointed Elijah Obebo, the chairman of the Public Service Board of the county, as the deputy governor of Kisii County following the removal of former deputy governor Robert Monda by the Senate. Governor Arati has nominated Obebo for the position of deputy governor and submitted his name to the Kisii County Assembly for vetting and approval.
Pursuant to provision of Section 32T of the County Government Amendment Act 2012, as led with the provision of the Public Appointment County Assembly's Approval Act number 5 of 2017, I do here nominate the following person as on below for the position of the Deputy Governor for the vetting and approval by the County Assembly. Name: Mr. Elijah Obebo. ID number 16004184.
I just hope that the right procedure was followed, and I pray if this is what is going to help our county government to deliver, then so be it, because we have engaged in a pull and back and forth, but we don't want to delay development anymore, because they are saying that the fights in the county between the executive and the assembly is what's delaying our development.
The governor had 14 days to nominate a candidate who is fit for that position, and this afternoon we have received in the assembly through the speaker the name of one Elijah Obebo, as currently is the chair of the service board. And we had told the governor that he should give the seat back to Nyaribari, which he honored. He has done the same. Elijah Obebo comes from Nyaribari, Chache, where Dr. Robert Monda, the former deputy governor, used to come from.
Now, the Ethiopian calendar is based on the ancient Coptic calendar, which was introduced by Egyptian astronomers around 25 BC. It is a solar calendar that consists of 12 months of 30 days each, with an additional 13th month of 5 or 6 days, depending on whether it is a leap year or not. Masinzilu explains how we are way far ahead of Ethiopia when it comes to the Gregorian calendar.
I think it is 2024 worldwide, but not the same thing for Ethiopia, as they recently entered the new year 2017 in September last year, with a specific calendar of 7 or 8 years behind the rest of the world. A calendar similar to the ancient Julian calendar, which began to withdraw from the West in the 16th century, follows the Horn of Africa country. The Gregorian calendar has been adopted in the world, which consists of 365 days in a year and 366 days in a leap year. Fortunately, the Coptic calendar is used in Ethiopia, which places it behind the world for years. The disparity in number is meant to be that the Ethiopia Orthodox Church opposes that Christ was born with the Roman Catholic Church, while the Ethiopian Church followed a calendar linked to the calculations of Annunciation, which the Egyptian monk historian arrived at. So in comparison to the Gregorian calendar, which was factored into calculation of the year when Jesus was born. A year is 13 months in the Ethiopian calendar, 12 months each 30 days. The last month is a normal year of 5 days and a leap year of 6 days. Masinzilu reporting for EBN TV.
Thank you very much, Masinzilu, for the report. Now, the Kenya Power and Lighting Company says transformer vandalism and illegal electricity connections remain among the threats to electricity connectivity for residents in the coastal region. However, the manager of KPLC for the coastal region, Phineas Marete, says efforts have increased in the coastal area to control this behavior. The company reports that it lost 4 transformers due to theft in the last financial year. Dr. Nganyi with the full report.
Kenya Power and Lighting Company KPLC says transformer vandalism and illegal power connections remain among the threats to power connectivity to residents in the coastal region. However, KPLC Coast Regional Manager Phineas Marete says the war has been heightened in the coastal region to tame the vice. The agency says in the whole of the last financial year, the power utility lost 4 transformers to theft. He noted that through a multi-agency approach to the issue, together with the help of members of the public, some suspects had already been arrested and has active cases in court in connection with the vandalism, while others are aiding police in the investigation to end the menace.
Yes, we have quite a number of cases involving people calling customers, telling them that they will be disconnected if they don't pay them some money. Others are being told that, oh, we will give you a huge quotation if you don't pay us this amount of money. All those are criminal activities. Our security teams have been up and moving. We have made quite a number of arrests.
Kenya Power has increased surveillance on vulnerable transformers and enhanced coordination with community policing authorities within the affected localities. The company also places transformers above high voltage lines beyond the reach of the vandals. KPLC therefore warned Kenyans to be on high alert to report any vandalism or fraud-related cases as the power utility embarks on a key transformation.
In the whole of the financial year, we have lost around 4 transformers in the 6 counties of the coast. That could be valued at approximately 4 million.
He was speaking in Mombasa on the sidelines of a media training workshop meant to discuss the state of electricity supply in the coastal region. The electricity entity now targets to connect over 1 million customers by the end of this year, up from 864,000.
So it's the same thing, but we send them differently for you to appreciate. Off-grid are the ones which are not connected to the grid. They are not to the grid. Like for example, Faza Island and Kiunga. They are not connected by the grid.
The agency has assured consumers that it is moving with speed to ensure connectivity and clear the connectivity backlog that had been occasioned by a lack of meters. Marete attributed the backlog of connectivity to new customers, to delayed court proceedings and delayed procurement of meters. Marete added that they have done a rough response to ensure all the customers that had paid them will be metered within the next 3 months.
Yes, we agree there was a backlog occasioned by a period when we didn't have adequate materials, specifically meters. But as we speak, the meters are here in plenty. So we have done a rapid response initiative to ensure that all the customers who paid us will be able to be metered and connected and metered within the next 3 months.
Dr. Ngani reporting for EBN TV.
Thank you very much, Anne, for that. Again, smile for the cameras.
And that we have finished the first phase, which is looking at news that have been making highlights Philip Matata is finally here, and we are about to dive deep into the penal code. We want to know what exactly happens when one is found guilty, and even before, once you are arrested along the roads, what should you do, what must you do? This is Know Your Law coming right up in a bit. Don't touch that dial.